Hello, everyone. Today, actually 27th, yesterday, the moon appeared for the first time after 3 days of invisibility. With this, the Babylonian, also still some Arabic cultures still use this time system, this calendar. So with this appearance of the first lunar crescent in Libra, month of Tishrit started, Babylonian Tishrit. Now, this is very important date because this is the appearance of the first lunar crescent after the sun entered the point of the autumn equinox. With this, it is a great day, great celebration. It was maybe for some cultures. I know that for some cultures this still is very important date. If you remember, just 6 months ago, we spoke about 1st of Nisan or 1st of Nisanu. This is the first month which technically starts the same way as now the month of Tishrit, with the appearance of the first lunar crescent, but after the sun enters the point of the spring equinox. And with this, this is the new year basically, and this is the Babylonian Akitu festival. And you know, if you remember, we spoke that the ancients would look at the sky and would depends on what they would see on the sky, the priest, the astrologer, they would know how the year ahead will look like. The second Akitu is now 12 days of Akitu festivals the ancients had in Babylon. These were great celebrations when all divinities represented by statues would be brought by priests in the main city, Babylon. The other big cities, this was celebrated as well. And 12 days of very, very special rituals and celebrations. And the priest would perform indeed special celebrations. Even there was one celebration when the king would sit and the people would accuse him, would do, this is to destroy the image of the king, and after that to revive it. This had very important karmic reasons. All this is to tell you how important this day is. So yesterday evening, starting from yesterday evening, the appearance of the first lunar crescent in the 3rd degree Libra is showing how the next 6 months will look like. And I will tell you the most amazing epic of Gilgamesh and Enkidu. You know, Gilgamesh and Enkidu, the ancient heroes, which are represented on the sky by the great twins, Gemini. So Gilgamesh is saying how he will be home for the second Akitu festival, meaning he will be home, he hoped to be home for month of Tishrit. This was so important. So let's see now what we see on the chart. First of all, to tell you what you saw yesterday evening happening around you on the sky, what you see today, because today is the most important day. This is kind of describing how the next 6 months will look for you. Let's say a good neighbor entered, or beautiful, good people entered your house. This is a good omen for good things to happen to you, good friends who enter your life. You know, this is the thing. I can tell you that yesterday I was noticing for me, for my location, when I was celebrating my Akitu festival, I suddenly started raining. It was pouring dogs and cats, such rain. So based on what is happening around you, you know how the next 6 months will look like for you. Let's say somebody calls you and this person has special meaning for you, good or bad, all this matters. Or let's say today the weather is beautiful, you feel brilliantly. This is how you feel most likely for the next 6 months. So just to give you a sign how you may be your own astrologers and just look and describe your future. Now, what is happening? Let's see. The moon appears in the 3rd degrees of Libra. 3rd degree is what? On the sky, you have constellation called the bed. Bed, lying, bed. It is actually interesting. They call these degrees relaxation, relaxed, easy life. I don't think that we will suddenly have easy lives with the other ominous events taking place, which took place and still are taking place on the sky. But certainly this cannot be bad. This is degree ruled by Saturn. And actually in the same moment when this is happening, Venus and Mercury are in exact conjunction and Mercury is becoming visible. In Virgo, it will be a lot of knowledge for the ones that seek coming out. It will be a lot of writing, speech. There will be, even though there will be free speech, people will manage to share their points of view. They will manage to speak. This is because of this conjunction. A very good Venus-Mercury conjunction in good degrees in Virgo happening at the moment of the first appearance of the moon of the month Tashrit, the moment of the autumn equinox. Also, what we do not have any heavy afflictions. So look what I believe this is. There will be a lot of fear, pressures on people through media, but the truth will also come out. So no heavy afflictions whatsoever. Even Mars, Saturn, with Venus and Mercury are creating grand trine. And this means that we will manage somehow to gain back our stability, the stability in our emotions, if you want. There will be a lot about justice. We will hear a lot about justice. Yes, we will hear about war. And this is because these points that I'm telling you about of the appearance of the moon are also the points where we have our eclipses, where we have Rahu and Ketu. So certainly there will not be, we cannot expect sudden peace, not, unfortunately not, but in the same time, there will be amazing knowledge. People will start realizing and seeing the truth of the matrix more and more. Also, people will be more strategic and smarter. Mars, in a very strategic position, is trining Venus and Mercury is in a heliacal phase of appearance. Very, very important placement and very good. So I think that the next 6 months, yes, will not be very, very easy. We have eclipses. On the 23rd of October, we have Saturn who turns direct in the 24th degree of Capricorn and is triggering by square the point where we had the exact conjunction between a rare conjunction, ominous, between Mars, Rahu, Uranus. This will trigger some points eventually of war-like situations, future conflicts, but along that, simultaneously, enormous amount of knowledge will come out. Knowledge can never be hidden. Never. Knowledge, even if it disappears on paper, even if they destroy it with fire, knowledge always remains somewhere, and it always comes out when the moment is appropriate. So I expect that will be the next 6 months of a lot of knowledge. Yes, indeed, you see Venus in Virgo with the affliction of Mars is not very financially generous, but Mercury will be strong. So still, even though even though we will go through some market volatilities, people will still manage to continue their businesses with this appearance of Mercury so strong on the day of Ketu. They will not manage to destroy completely people's businesses, at least for the next 6 months. And yes, there will be a lot about justice that we will be hearing because of this activation of Libra, of course, and the war will continue, yes. Mars in Venus, in Taurus, excuse me. He's not depriving us from finances, but he creates volatilities and disturbances on the markets. It's totally insane what will be happening on the markets with these positions. So you can see, this is not such bad a key today. Celebrate it for yourself. Welcome the, if you want the moon, see what the sky will tell you for your next 6 months, and make sure that you really benefit from what is happening. Like, really search for knowledge. Don't trust mainstream media. Don't trust unless you really check and double check with your intuition. So this is what I wanted to tell you. I will also describe the eclipses which are coming in the next videos, and other important celestial events. See you very soon.